What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I am Patrick B. Smith, and we're back at Carpenters. Now I am doing a reaction, which has been a while since I've done something about Carpenters, but I wanted to do this one particular one because it said it was a Bacharach medley, which obviously Bacharach, who's one of the most legendary songwriter composers ever. I've learned him through Dionne Warwick. That's what I knew him from, but I also looked up some of his credentials, and he's just been like legendary in so many ways, so many amazing songs. So I'm definitely excited to do the video here to not only watch a reaction by Carpenters, but also pay tributes to Mr. Bacharach. But I'm not too sure which songs they're performing. It just says it's a medley, but I'm always here for, of course, the Carpenters, because they have definitely become one of my favorite groups on my channel, especially that Karen voice. That woman's voice is something special. Something special. So let's go ahead and just check out the performance and see what it is they have in store for us. I don't know necessarily where this had taken place, but the most important part about it is checking out what we're about to see and hearing the voice and, of course, the harmony from the band, which I am always here for. So let's check it out. This is the Carpenters singing their Bacharach's medley. Like, comment, subscribe. I see you on the other side.
Bacharach hits, the hottest young recording group in the country, the Carpenters.
Suddenly appear every time you are near. Just like me, they long to be close to you. The going is good. Knowing when to leave may be the smartest thing that anyone can learn. Go. I'm afraid my heart isn't very smart. Fly while you still have room. Knowing when to leave won't ever let you reach the point of no return. Fly. Foolish as it seems, I still have my dreams. So I keep hoping day after day as I wait for the man I need. Night after night as I wish for a love that can be. Though I'm sure that no one can tell where their wishes and hopes will lead. Somehow I feel there is happiness waiting for me. When someone walks in your life, you just better be sure he's right. Cause if he's wrong, there are heartaches and tears you must pay. Keep both of your eyes on the door, never let it get out of sight. Just be prepared when the time has come, you run away. Say when the wind starts to blow, but like a fool I don't know when to leave.
Sing
and make it easy on yourself. Make it easy on yourself. 'Cause breaking up is so very hard to do. You should find you miss the sweet and tender love we used to share. Let's go back to the places where we used to go, and I'll be there. Oh, how can I forget you? But there is always something there to remind me. Always something there to remind me. I was born to love you, and I will never be free. You'll always be a part of me. Whoa, 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 whoa. is why I'm here to remind you, here to remind you, here to remind you, here to remind you. What do you get when you fall in love? You only get lies of pain and sorrow. So until tomorrow, I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. See me walking down the street and I start to cry each time we meet. Here, walk on by, walk on by. Make me believe that you don't see the tears, just let me grieve in private, cause each time I see you I break down and cry. Walk on by. Think of the ways in you, so if I seem broken and blue, here, walk on by, walk on by. That's all that I have left, so let me hide the tears and the sadness you gave me when you said goodbye. Walk on by, bye. Do you know the way to San Jose? I've been away so long. Do you know the way to San Jose? I'm going back to find some peace of mind in San Jose. LA is a great big freeway. Put 100 down and buy a car. In a week, maybe two, they'll make you a star. In 2 years, how quick they pass. And all the stars that never were are parking cars and pumping gas. I've got lots of friends in San Jose. Whoa, 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 whoa. Can't wait to get back to San Jose. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you know the way to San Jose?
Yes. Yes. Okay, so first of all, were they performing for maybe like a prison? Because I don't know what was going on in the audience, but they were not live enough for me for them to be sitting that close to those musicians, because they were definitely all giving us a show. And there's a lot to talk about. I'm going to talk about Karen's voice, of course, but first of all, what? On the drums are we, Miss Karen? Singing the way you did and on the drums at the same time. I am here for that. I loved that. I love the medley. I love the speed of it, how they were able to breeze through so many different songs, but you didn't really notice because the transitions between the songs were like on point. I definitely knew they were going to start off with Close to You. That's what really, of course, got my attention by a fan, to become a fan of Carpenters. I remember just hearing that voice, but then as they moved into the next songs and they start progressing, they all, as musicians, showed off the flute, of course the drums, the guitar. Everything on that stage was incredible, but the harmony with them, it sounds like a whole choir. I love when they do their harmony. It's, to me, it's soulful. I don't know if anybody else would consider it that, but I love the way it sounds. And Karen's voice tonight, though it's this, what we talk about usually, her clarity, the distinctness, the volume, she was back there riffing and running and moving, and those octave changes were so impressive. I think that she's definitely one of the greatest ever to do that. That was incredible. That was definitely a show. This is what I hoped that people can appreciate, because we don't see a lot of this anymore. You know, thank goodness for YouTube, because I would have never known myself, because that is legendary. Still one of my favorites of all time. A little shout out to Carpenters for life. They are the greatest, one of the greatest bands ever. And of course, rest in peace to Mr. Bacharach. Any more requests, let me know. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, and you'll be safe.
San Jose, I'm going back to find some peace of mind in San Jose. LA is a great big freeway. Put 100 down and buy a car. In a week, maybe two, they'll make you a star. In 2 years, how quick they pass. And all the stars that never were are